Hiya, so today we are going to go over how to fill and upload a budget form. So, this point in your application process, you're probably at this page, page number 3, and you are presented with this little bit which will prompt you to input how much you are applying for and where you can upload a budget. We have here a link where if you drag and drop it rather than press, because otherwise it will take you out of the application form. You've got 3 different project templates, project budget templates to use. You've got Excel, Numbers, and Word doc. Whichever's easiest for you, we don't have a preference ourselves. So whichever kind of, if you're on a MacBook, chances are you'll go for a Numbers, unless you have Excel downloaded, in which case you can have Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. If you have any problems with any of these, you can let us know. We can email them to you. But then if you go ahead and download your preferred one, I'm just going to use Excel today simply because it's my preferred personally, but again, everyone's different. And this is how you should be aiming to fill it out. So this is just a dummy project that I've filled up for. So what you're going to do in the first column A under item and what you need is, in the simplest of terms, what is the budget allocations going towards. So if it's a facilitator, a staff member, ingredients, if it's a cooking project, kind of see it as ingredients or a recipe that is your project. So yeah, if that's specific equipment, if that is any accreditations, if you need to pay for certificate, anything else like that, it would go here. And then detail. The more detail, the better, and the more likely you are to be, your project will be understood, I guess, by the panelists themselves. So for example, here, I've put down a facilitator ×1, simply because it does help us with the maths too. If you have 3 facilitators, completely fine, just make that clear. Otherwise, we're thinking, where's this money going if all of a sudden one facilitator is, going to be £45 an hour, which in some cases it might be, but again, just breaking that down. So here I've written to run the session. It will be an accredited person from the local community. They have 20 years experience and you'll be paying them at £15 an hour for 5 hours. So 15 times 5. And then of course the cost will get totaled up here. Please put that in there. But again, especially if you might have not gone over this in details in the actual body art application form, which given the character restraint you might not have, it's completely fine. Just make sure you're putting in extra detail here. And then this next little bit where loads of people tend to get a bit confused on is source of funding. If you're applying to us for everything, you're going to put down Camden Giving in everything. I have put this down as an alternative one just to show you guys how it will look if it is a part funded project. So here again, the facilitator cost is coming out of the We Make Camden Kit budget. Have you applied for this cost? Yes, this is what the application is coming from. Have you secured this? It'll be pending because again, you've applied for this for the We Make Camden Kit. That is where it's pending from. However, if again you aren't going for fully Camden Giving We Make Camden Kit funded projects, in this column or whichever one it is, for example, I put down hall to host everyone for the event using a local school hall, quoted at £100 per hour. It should be £500. Oop, see, that was my mistake there. Always double check the maths. Here, this example it's an in-kind donation. So although it is £500, it's actually been covered. So you don't need to give us much more information, but you can write in kind of donation. Maybe the school has given it to you. Maybe you've already done a raffle and covered that cost. And again, have you applied for this funding? In this instance, we're saying we have, and you have secured it already. If, for example, you're going for a funding with another funder as well as ours, put down their name and put down if you have applied yet or not, if you're going to. And again, if you have got the funding or not. It's really important that these bits are clear because otherwise, if Camden Giving is not under any of these, so for example, if this was empty, then we'd be thinking, why have you put down Camden Giving applies to 75, but there's actually 500 here? Does that make sense? And then again, down here, total applied to Camden Giving. In this case, it's just 75, and then total project cost 575. So we can kind of see how much we're giving. Then when you're done, you're going to want to save it. It's really helpful, but not imperative if you put down the name of your project and then anything like that. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but if it says something like my gardening project, we make family kit budget, because then when you go back over here to upload it, you're going to press choose file. Again, if you are on a Mac, you're going to go over to downloads and it'll be right here, and just press open and it will upload for you there. And then as you continue on with your application, you'll be able to go ahead and finish off the rest of your thing. If for whatever reason, if in doubt, you find that you can't upload it, we have had people with technical problems or an outdated software, completely fine. If you upload a blank document, so as you downloaded it, it does you can re-upload it as blank, and then email, message, or contact us and make it clear that you've uploaded a blank, because then what we don't want to do is have a blank budget and then it is obviously an incomplete application and we cannot take that to panel and it will delay your application process altogether. Hope that made sense. Thanks.